This is our little office that we use, kind of a break room. This is the center where we work on the computer or order parts or things like that.
On a family farm in Prague, Nebraska, about 40 miles north of Lincoln, Carl Soshek is right at home. His family has been farming this land since the late 1940s. They grow mostly corn and soybeans, but the last couple of years haven't been easy. Commodity prices have tumbled from record highs just a few years ago to prices today that make it tough for some farmers to turn a profit.
The best thing that ever happened to the corn industry was $7 corn. The worst thing that ever happened to it was $7 corn because it kind of threw everything out of balance. And I think we'll see the cycle come back. I don't know when it's going to come back.
While he waits, Soshek is doing what he can to cut costs on the farm. Instead of taking his equipment to the local implement dealer for repairs, he has parts delivered to the farm and does those repairs himself. How much money does that save you doing your own repairs? If you had to take your tractor in yourself, how much would that cost you compared to you actually doing this yourself?
Shop rates can run anywhere from $75 to $150 an hour. And service calls, if they come out from the dealership to work on a piece of equipment, a service call could be another $250 on top of that. So if it's something that we can take care of ourselves, every time we do that, we're saving a little bit of money.
Soshek doesn't apologize for enjoying the good times a few years ago. He says farming isn't always easy, and when commodity prices shot up like they did, many farmers enjoyed a higher standard of living. It was a lot different than the days when they had to watch every penny they spent.
If we need to go back to that, we will. And I think we have already. We're careful about our family living, and been there, done that, and we'll do it again if we need to tighten our belt that much. And we are. We're being careful about the way we spend.
Dave Nielsen is a third-generation farmer in Lancaster County in eastern Nebraska, where he grows corn and soybeans on about 2,000 acres. His father and grandfather worked this ground before him, so he's seen the good and bad times. He says the younger farmers who got into the business a few years ago when prices were high are the ones who feel the commodity downturn the most.
It was really tough on young guys starting then. Young guys that were starting in those glory years, wow, this is easy. I mean, there's a lot of youth that came back to the farm, maybe left jobs in town and came back to the family farm to farm. And now it's a whole different ball game. Now it's, you really have to watch what you're spending on inputs and family living and that.
Nielsen probably won't lime his soil this year, and like Carl Soshek in Prague, he's doing a lot of his own repairs to save money. And he's taking a hard look at the rest of his expenses.
Every good operation should, even in the good times, really, you should. But you probably just a little sharper pen or a little sharper pencil when you're in the downturn.
For Harvest Public Media, I'm Jack Williams.